And we are back. Thanks for clicking on the link. Welcome to Good Energy. Enjoy the content, and everyone have a blessed day. And we are back. Welcome to Good Energy, guys. We're in the studio tonight. We have a couple tournaments to cover. The Labima Open, and then we also have tennis in Nottingham. And some great matches today, guys. And I'm very excited to talk about these two tournaments. I'm going to give you guys some free previews and predictions like I always do. Again, if you listen this far, please like, subscribe, and comment below. But without further ado, Good Energy. Let's get into it, guys. The first match we're going to talk about is Isla Tom Janovic versus Golobi. And this is a match here between two ladies where this tournament means a lot. 280 points up for grabs, and Isla can really use these points. You know, she's doing the WTA show there, the reality TV. And hey, she's on a 2-match win streak. She beat Wang and Katie Bolter, who had the home crowd against her. She also had 2-love against Golobi. Golobi has lost 6 of her last 10 matches. I just split 5 of her last 10. These two ladies, not the best on grass, to be honest with you. I mean, Isla, in terms of her career, she's 31-24 on grass, and Victoria is 26-20 on grass. But this is a match I think, even though Tom Janovic is the taller player, I think her backhand's gonna enable her to establish court position, and she had a really impressive win against Katie the previous round. I don't see anything Golobi can throw at her that's gonna disrupt her current momentum right now. So I do like Tom Janovic as the favorite to win this match. Can Golobi upset Tom Janovic as a 2-1 underdog? Of course she can, but I feel that there's going to be a level of comfort that Tom Janovic has, knowing that she's beat her twice already, and I feel this tournament means a little bit more to Isla right now. So I'd like Tom Janovic to win this match, and potentially could go 2 deep sets, but I just think the backhand on grass, you know, the players that have a solid backhand, because you have to understand grass is slippery, you know, it's in some cases, it's a little more slippery than clay, especially the first couple of rounds until you get used to it, especially with the rain, the precipitation. I like Tom Janovic's backhand to take this match. Now, Allison Riss versus Harriet Dart. This is the next match we're going to talk about. Now, Harriet had a very, very good win last time out. Very, very good win. She came back against Camilla Giorgi. And Allison Riss, she did not go to the Netherlands to defend her title. So I'm not sure if it was travel arrangements, if she had, you know, she needed to be here with her husband. I don't know what the deal is, but Allison Riss can be risky. However, I do like the previous win against Caroline Garcia, straight sets. And Dart, I do like the win over Vekic and Giorgi. Dart is a live dog here. Allison Riss does make a lot of mistakes. These two ladies have never played each other before. On grass, Allison Riss is pretty good though. She's 81-35. She sometimes plays her best tennis on grass, while Dart's 26-35. I don't like Allison Riss being big favorites like this, to be honest with you. But in terms of just form, you take a look at their form. Allison Riss, she's won 5 of her last 10. Dart hasn't been in good form, dropping 6 of her last 10. I do like the win over Caroline Garcia. Caroline was serving very, very good. In terms of athletic ability, both of these ladies are fit and in shape. I would give the power advantage to Allison Riss. I would give the shot-making ability to Allison Riss. However, in terms of mistakes, this is a match that I think both ladies are going to make mistakes. I think it's a match that will go over. If I had to pick a winner, I would go with Allison Riss. She likes playing on grass. She's experienced on grass. And in terms of her last 10 opponents, she's played some very, very tough opponents. She's beat Caroline Garcia. She's played Iga. She's beat Yastremka. She's lost to Bianca Andreescu. She's lost to Sabalenka. She lost to Osaka. So she's definitely played the better competition. So I'd like this match to go over. If I had to pick a winner, I would pick Allison Wrist to win this match. Just being she's the more experienced grass player, and that's going to go a long way. Harriet Dart, for every 5 matches she plays on grass, she loses 3 of them, and it's probably a little bit overdue for her loss. So I'll take Allison Wrist to move on there. And the Greek goddess is next, Marie Sacri. That's right, Marie. She's sliding in the rankings here, but she's playing someone in Haddad Maia that she's very familiar with. They played twice, the most recent coming in Miami, and yes, that was an upset in Miami. Haddad Maia got the upset 2-1. It went 3 sets, and she just completely blew Sacri out in the 3rd set. However, if you watch the Miami videos I did, I felt a lot of the top tier ladies, the conditions in Miami were hot and humid and uncomfortable, and I felt they just wanted to be elsewhere, maybe on the beach or something. So we didn't get a lot of the best tennis from our top 10 ladies on tour in Miami. Annette Kontaveit bounced out by Ann Lee in the 1st round. That was horrible. But nonetheless, Marie Sacri, in terms of grass, she's 18-12. So Marie Sacri's not the best grass player. We know she is a hardcore player, especially with her power. And Haddad Maia, 15-10 on grass. So again, but in terms of form, Marie Sacri winning 6 of her last 10, and Haddad winning 8 of her last 10. Look, Haddad is a live underdog here. Okay, this line is very, very low, and the reality here is I think if Haddad is going to win this match, he's going to come out playing well. I would take Haddad the 1st set plus 2.5 games. That's her best tennis is going to come in the 1st set. I do think Sacri will win the match, but the best chance Haddad has to make this a competitive match is to do her best in the 1st set. If Sacri is able to find her groove and her rhythm, then I don't see this going 3 sets, and I don't see Haddad winning if she cannot put up a fight in the 1st set. So take Haddad Maia plus 2.5 games in the 1st set. But if I have to pick a winner, I would go with Sacri. I think she can get revenge here, and this is a great opportunity for Sacri to get back on the board with a championship. I mean, the draw here is wide open. This, let's be honest, for a 250 coming right off of the French Open, a lot of players are prepping for grass season still, and this is a great opportunity for Marie in action to win this tournament. I mean, just look at the competition left she would have to get through. You know, potentially Allison Wrist, Tom Janovic, and this next match. Let's take a look at this next match. This is going to be a really good match here, and I want to go over this in depth. This next match, Zong versus Teresa Martinsva, and this is a match here where these two ladies have played before. Zong won the only meeting in 2016 at the Australian Open, and right now, I mean, both ladies are kind of coming off of a bit of a drought. But in terms of grass season, and you have to understand, grass season takes a special type of player. Zong is 30-29, not known as a grass player. Martinsva 21-18, and grass season's short. It's the shortest of all seasons in terms of tennis. But the reality here is, grass is the original surface. This tennis started on grass, and Wimbledon is the most historic tournament, and the players that really want it, you see them shine and excel on grass. In terms of Zong, taking a look at her form, she's won 4 of her last 10, so she's dropped 6 out of her last 10. Some of those losses to Camila Giorgi, Zemveska, Sabalenka, Halep, Alexandrova, and Lee. She did get her lone championship this year at Lyon, and we saw her defeat Yastremka, which everyone, it seemed like the crowd, the world, even the chair umpire wanted Yastremka to win that one. Martincova, defeating Lynette here, Ocean Dodden. She's also beat Kukova and Han in her last 10. Some of her losses in her last 10, Anna Bondar, Raducanu twice, Muchova, Anisimova, Shelby Rogers. Martinsova's playing some really good competition, and I'm not sure if you guys know, but she's actually the favorite in this match. Now, overall, these two ladies, Xiaoyi Zong is the more experienced player. She has the better resume. She's got 4 championships. She has a career high ranking of 21. She's has a ranking of number 4 in doubles, so she's very experienced in terms of singles and doubles, and she's playing someone in Martincova who just has kind of had an up and down career. She's the younger player of the two by 5 years, and I mean, Xiaoyi's 33, so she's getting up there in age. Martincova 21 and 18 on grass, but I do like her power. She's very strong, and she's actually going to be the taller player here. Or actually, I think they're the same height. Yeah, I think they're both. Yeah, they're the same height. But I would probably, I think that's wrong. WTA lists them as the same height, but I'm pretty sure Teresa's an inch or two taller. I don't like tall players on grass. The reason why is the surface. Until you get used to it, it's slippery, and especially with the precipitation and the rain. These aren't the ideal grass playing conditions. Of the two, if you take a look at Martincova, how she played against Magda Lynette, she played very defensive, and there were a lot of balls there that Magda Lynette just couldn't get her hands on. And the reality here is those were a lot of mistakes. If she gives Zong those type of opportunities, I think Zong's going to put them away. I mean, just go ahead and watch that match. And Martincova, she makes a lot of mistakes. I feel she is the stronger of the two, especially when it comes to her forehand. Martincova can establish court position with her backhand, but I feel her inconsistency kind of takes away any type of advantage she can get with players using her backhand. And in terms of Xiaoyi Zong, I mean, she's winning 64% of her service games, 31% of her return games. She has a 61.7% first serve won. So, I mean, playing someone against Martincova, those are decent numbers that should be enough to get it done. And when opponents have the opportunity to break her, she's only saving 49% of those. She converts 39.8% of her break points converted. And this is a match where, just looking at the numbers and what these two players are capable of, I do definitely think it's going to go over 21.5 games. Teresa's winning 66% of her service games. She's winning 30% of her return games, and her first serve percent is 60%. She saves about 41% of her break points when opponents have her up against the ropes, and she converts 37% of her opportunities. I think this is going to be a game, and this is why I highlighted it. I think it's going to be a match that's probably going to go over 21.5 games. I'm pretty confident. If Teresa's going to win this match, she's going to have to win the first set. I don't see a way that Teresa can come back down a set. If Zong is able to establish her game plan early in the first set, if she takes the first set, then I can see her closing this out in 2 sets, probably 2 tight sets. However, Zong can play from behind, and she doesn't really quit. That's one thing about Zong, is she can be down a set and come back and play her best tennis in the second set. Martincova, on the other hand, does not play well down. She gets upset. She gets very emotional. She starts, yelling at her coach, looking at her camp, and then she unravels pretty quickly. So Martincova is going to have to play her best tennis in the first set if she has any chance to win this match. How do I think it's gonna go? I think she's gonna play her best tennis in the first set. I really do. And I see this match going over. So I like this match to go over 21.5 games. Take the over in this match. If I had to pick a winner, I think Zong should be the favorite, to be honest with you. This is a match where I don't think she deserved to be an underdog. However, though, Martincova has put together 2 good wins so far in this tournament. Can she beat Zong? Of course she can. These are professional tennis players. They can go either way. But I do like it to go over, and if I had to lean with someone, I would probably lean with Martincova to win the first set and Zong to win the match. But the official prediction, Zong, Martincova, over 21.5 games. I'm very confident about that. And let's head to the Netherlands, where Allison did not want to defend her title. I guess she saw the draw and said, hey, I'm going to Nottingham. Hey, maybe she has a shot. Alexandrova versus Kat Mcnally, Coco Gauff's bestie. McNally, yeah, she has a huge doubles experience, but here on grass, not the most experience on grass. 18-6 on grass. Alexandrova 19-13. These ladies have played once. Kat Mcnally won that only meeting in 2020 at the U.S. Open. That's where Kat Mcnally, the crowd was going crazy. I was actually there. I saw that match live, so the crowd was definitely going crazy. But Kat Mcnally splitting 5 of her last 10. Alexandrova winning 6 of her last 10. And Alexandrova plays a tough schedule. Karolina, Yastremka. She has wins over Sloane Stephens, Anisimova, Bouzkova, Diaz. While Kat Mcnally, on the other hand, you're likely to see her at a lot of 125K level events. Even though Kat Mcnally owns the head-to-head, I like Alexandrova. Her serve looked really good against Kaliskina today. She looked very strong. I just see her moving Kat Mcnally north, south, east, west. Her backhand down the line is going to be too strong for Kat Mcnally. I'm pretty confident Alexandrova wins this match. Even though McNally owns the head-to-head on hard, I see Kat losing this match in straight sets. So I like Alexandrova to win this in straight sets. And Alexandrova's a pretty good price too on the money line, so you don't have to worry about any spreads or anything. Sabalenka versus Alison van Netwick. She's gonna have to show us something here. If you follow her on social media, she's living her best life. She's having fun. She's out and about, and congratulations, good for her. She deserves it. But Allison's a live dog here, and if Sabalenka's not serious, she can lose this match. Sabalenka's 25-14 on grass, while Allison's 43-28. Sabalenka form, she's won 6 of her last 10. Allison's on a hot streak, though. She's won 8 of her last 10, and we saw her go all the way up through the. It's a 125K, but she won the Surbiton, and sometimes that's what you need to get hot. You need to go to these lower level tournaments. I felt Coco Gauff should have been doing that a long time ago, but nonetheless, I think she's finally turned that page where Coco Gauff's going to be dominant. But yeah, she's won 7 in a row. She's beat Elise Mertens, Korpesh, and she's beat a lot of pretty decent 125K players. But Sabalenka, we're talking top 5 DOA. Sabalenka, some of her losses in her last 10. Georgie, she's lost to Iga. She's lost to Amanda Anisimova, actually twice. This is a match that Sabalenka should win. The head-to-head is 1-1, but they haven't played in a few years. Sabalenka did win the most recent. That was in 2019 at St. Petersburg. I guess it's a fair price. Allison is the taller player. I do like to see Sabalenka being the shorter player sometimes. And this is a match where Sabalenka's going to have to bring her serve. As long as she is not, as long as she's not making a lot of double faults and unforced errors, this is a match she's going to win. So I do like Sabalenka to win. I think it's a good price, and she knows she needs to do something. The heavy hitters, the Paula Badosas, the Net Contaves, the Iga Swiatek's, they're getting ready for Wimbledon. They're not going to be dealing with Nottingham. This is a match where Sabalenka has to win. I'm pretty confident she's going to beat Allison Van Uyck. Allison, this is a big step up in competition. The win against Elise Mertens was good, but Elise Mertens is no match for Sabalenka, and Allison Van Uyck's not going to be any match for Sabalenka today. I'm pretty confident Allison is going to lose this in straight sets. However, I like Sabalenka to win this on the money line. Enjoy that one. Let's see, and now let's get to the main event. This is the match here that I saved for last, and the reason why is I think it has the potential to be an upset alert. This is going to be the main event of the day. But first, let's talk about Shelby Rogers. Shelby Rogers, the daughter of the great 49er tight end. And Shelby Rogers, ranked 42 in the world. She's taking on Kristen Flipkens, ranked 308th in the world. Kristen's had a pretty decent run here, beating Lee and Martincova. It's a match that Shelby Rogers should win on paper. I mean, taking out Rabinkina, I mean, it's a good match, but I don't like the taller players on grass. We did see Karolina Pliskova make the Wimbledon finals last year against Ashley Barty, but I think that's an exception. She's got the serving power to really do something here. But these two ladies, they've played twice. The head-to-head is 1-1, with Shelby Rogers winning the most recent at 2019 at Linz. Shelby Rogers on grass, again, she's an American, 17-21, losing record on grass. Flipkens, 69-38, very, very experienced on grass. The head-to-head's 1-1. Shelby Rogers is a pretty sizable favorite here, and the reality here is Shelby Rogers, she's only won 4 of her last 10. The win against Rabinkina is her biggest win she's had. I mean, Danielle Collins at the French Open was huge as well. But she's beat Martincova. She's lost to Kanepi, Zaveska, Putintseva, Rus, Kunamatova, Kaliskina. So she's got some pretty. Being that she's ranked 42, she does play a pretty tough schedule. She's able to get out of the first round in a major. She's going to see a heavy hitter. And Flipkens, however, I think is a live dog. I would like to take Flipkens. I like Flipkens to win at least a set here. I think she's going to challenge Shelby Rogers and take Flipkens to win at least a set. This is possibly an upset alert here, right here as well. Take Flipkens to win a set, and that's even money. Enjoy that. Kunamatova versus Belinda Bensik. This is the main event. This is the match of the day. These two ladies have a ton of experience playing each other, and the reality here is they've played 7 times, with Belinda Bensik taking 4 of them. Belinda has actually taken, she's taken the last 3, to be honest with you. That's quite a streak she's on there. But we're on grass, and this might be different here. Overall on grass, Kunamatova, she's 15-11. Belinda Bensik is 49-22. We have the 24th ranked player in Kunamatova taking on the 17th ranked player in Belinda Bensik. And Belinda Bensik, she's a big woman here. She's going to be a taller woman. I think the more athletic woman is going to be Kunamatova. And Kunamatova, in terms of form, she's won 6 of her last 10. She's beat Blinkova here and Jin. She's lost to Kaliskina. She's lost to Badosa, Sasnovich, Podpova, all good clay players during clay season. And Belinda Bensik winning 5 of her last 10. She's beat Kaliskaya and Bringle here, 2 pretty good wins. We saw her lose to Fernandez. And I think this type of match with Kunamatova is a very similar match to Leylah Fernandez, where Belinda Bensik's going to come out. I think Kunamatova is the better server. I think she's the better north-south player. She plays much better coming towards the net. In terms of baseline, we know Belinda Bensik's one of the best baseliners in the business. However, these courts here, you're seeing the players that can move vertically towards the net have a lot more success. You're seeing a lot of open volleys, and I see Kunamatova on the move, and I think this is going to be a potential upset alert. I really think this has the potential to be an upset. If we take a look at their overall numbers overall, Belinda Bensik wins 77% of her service games. She wins 33% of her return games, and she's winning 70% of her first serves. Great numbers. If she's able to establish a dominant first serve in this match, that's going to put a lot of pressure on Kunamatova's service game. She saves 64% of her break points. If you have the chance to break Belinda Bensik, she plays very well under those pressure point situations, and she converts 46% of her break points. Kunamatova wins 75% of her service games, 28% of her return games, and 68% of her first serves. She saves 60% of her break points and converts break points opponents give her at 43%. Kunamatova averages a ton of aces per game. She averages about 4 aces per game. Belinda Bensik is also averaging about just under 4 aces per game. This is a match where I like it to go over 21.5 games. I can see this match dragging out into 3 sets. I can see both players making adjustments after dropping a set. And I do think this is going to go 3 sets. And I think Kunamatova at the underdog price, take her to win at least 1 set. And those are going to be your locks. I like it to go over, and I like Kunamatova to win at least 1 set. I would lean more if you had to pick one of the two. Definitely take the over 21.5 games. And Kunamatova is a live underdog here. She's already beat her 3 times. I think she's a more athletic player. The grass is playing very slippery right now. You're going to see some wide serve volleys from Kunamatova. Belinda Bensik's going to want to baseline you. If Kunamatova makes her move, she's a big woman. She has to get up from that baseline. Kunamatova's going to have the advantage every time. So take Kunamatova to win at least a set, but the over is the official lock. Thank you guys. This has been good energy. We're going to pick up tomorrow with the semifinals in each tournament, and I'm working on the production studio, so I'm going to have some very, very good videos coming up soon, guys. Thanks for all the love and support. I appreciate it.